Hi, my name is Mark and welcome to my channel, The Media Nerd. Today's video, I'm going to be reviewing this 8mm Super 8mm Reels Movie Maker Pro. This was sent to me by Eyesen. I haven't even taken it out of the box, so let's take it out and set it up and see how it works out. So let's check out the specifications of this machine. It is regular 8 and Super 8 silent, so it does not transfer Super 8 with sound, so just be aware of that. The reel size is 3 inches, 5 inches, 7 and 9. They do just give an adapter for up to the 5-inch, so you will need a take-up reel that'll hold 7 and 9. The function says film to digital converter. The interface is USB 2.0, so you can connect the machine right to a computer if you want. The image sensor is 3.53 megapixels with a third CMOS sensor. The exposure control is auto and manual. The white balance is automatic. The resolution is 1080p, which is 1440 by 1080, 20 frames per second. It says the frame rate movie positive and movie negative. And the scan method is video. The picture effects is positive. The file format is MPEG 4. And the TV out type is NTSC and PAL. The external memory card is an SD card up to 30 gigabytes. And they do supply an SD card in the box. The other machines that I've gotten does not supply the SD card, so that's pretty cool that they have that comes with it. Now, because it says 32 gigabytes up to, means you cannot put anything larger than 32 into it. You can put things smaller, but not larger. It won't read the card. The power supply is a DC 12 volt. The language is English and Japanese. And the system it supports is Windows XP, Vista, Windows 7, 8, 10, and also Mac 10.7.3. Let's see what's in the box. Get it open. Okay. Looks like it's packaged pretty well. So in the top we have the reel, the take-up reel. Here are two adapters for Super 8 film. Right here. It's there. Got a cleaner that spritzes the lens off. There's the power. All right. Power cable. User's manual. It's like a warranty card. Right on. What else do we have in here? Here's the main device. The supplied 32 gigabyte SD card. Sweet. Here is the USB cord that you can connect directly to your computer. And this cord is your TV out cord, so you can connect this directly to a TV for a larger monitor size if you want to do that. Looks like that's everything. And here's the main unit. Okay. Here it is. It's gray. That arm comes up. It looks pretty slick. On the back, you have your power, your SD, this is your TV out, and here's your USB out to your computer. And your basic functions are right on the front. So let's get this thing operational. They give you two gray adapters for Super 8mm film. They are slightly different. This one has a little notch here that will go on this side. to put on a Super 8 film take-up, and this one just slips right on here like that. Now if you see the difference, this is a Super 8. This diameter hole is much larger than if a regular 8 with a small diameter hole like this one. So marker size, pencil size. So if this film wasn't put on backwards, it'd be much easier, but you just put it right on here, like that. If you have a Super 8mm film adapter for 9-inch, here's a large hole like that. It has to line up with this notch here and the notch there to be able to fit into place. Just like that. And then you would thread it through like you did your 8mm, switching this to Super 8, and you're off and running for Super 8mm film. To test out the unit, I'm going to be using this Abbott & Costello Have Badge Will Chase. This is an 8mm black and white film. The reason why I'm using this is because it's been professionally shot. So I know that the balance is going to be correct for the whites and the blacks. So let's go ahead and get this loaded into the machine. It's up there. And we want to make sure that our take-up reel is lined up. There we go. And let's get this fished through. There are 3 little notches that the film gets secured under. I also noticed that under the lid, there are 2 little sponge pieces that the film slides under. These sponges have replaced the press-down plates that the other 2 competing machines have, but maybe this foam helps take away the dust and the hair. Now we're going to close the lid. And what I like to do is first get on the take-up reel, like this, wind it up so it doesn't slip out, and I'm going to follow this path that they have right here for the film. All right, let's get it past the leader to the first picture. Okay, we can see that we have a picture, so let's go ahead and hit the OK button, which is also the start and stop, and see how it just starts out without making any kind of adjustments. Here's select film type. You have your 8mm that I already have it selected for regular 8. Okay, we can already see that it needs to be adjusted. So I'm going to hit the OK button, which is the stop button. Let's go to menu. Right up top is your frame adjust. Let's hit OK. Now you have your X and Y and W. Let's see what the X does. So the X moves it back and forth. Let's go down to the W, and we can zoom it out by pressing the down button. All right. So it looks like it's pretty centered on the left and the right. So the X goes left and right. Let's go to the Y. And we're gonna center it up the best we can. That looks pretty good. Let's go back to our W and go up, which zooms it in. That looks good. Hit OK. Go back to our menu. And let's go to the record setting. There it is. Okay, it looks pretty good. It's quiet. That's nice. Let's check out some of the other menu functions. So we have playback. And here's where we can select the film that we just did. So there's that little section we just did. Go back to menu. We have rewind, we'll check that. So the exposure, you can manually adjust the exposure. If you go up, it'll go to 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2. And now if you keep going up, it's just going to circle to the bottom, the -2, -1.5, -1, -0.5, and back to 0. We're going to keep it at 0 because we want to see how it does with the manufacturer settings. Let's go to sharpness. So you have low, medium, high. The manufacturer already has it at medium, so let's keep it at medium. Hit OK. USB functions. So you would have to insert the USB cord for that. Frame adjust, we already did that. The language is English and Japanese. The format, you can format your SD card. So we don't have to do that because it's already formatted for you. And default settings. So if we hit the default settings, it's going to restore everything back to the original manufacturing settings. So we're just going to hit no because we already messed with it. The film type. Okay. Going to go back to the main menu and let's hit record. Gives us that menu again. Hit OK. Now, right off the bat, it looks like it's running just the same amount of speed as the other two machines that I have that I've tested, which is the Wolverine and the Kodak. But it looks like it's running very smooth. The frame isn't jumping back and forth, and that is good. So let's just let it run and see what we get. Okay, now we are just getting to the end of our film. There we go. Let's hit OK to stop. And let's check out the rewind function. So similar to the Wolverine, you would just flip. You have to get this lined up. Oh, I'm dropping it. Like that. And we're going to flip this and get this onto this side. Now we're going to follow the rewind path, which is the dotted line. Get the film back in. Manually rewind it just a little bit so it doesn't come off. Okay, let's go to the menu button. Let's find the rewind. There it goes, it's rewinding. It looks like it's rewinding at the exact same speed as the Wolverine and the Kodak machines. So it is going to take a few minutes to rewind. Okay, it's done rewinding. Let's hit OK to stop it. Oop. Pull it out. Now, you can just pull the SD card out, but it powers off the machine. Other people recommend that you power off the machine first and then eject the SD card. And let's get this into the computer and see how the transfer looks. So I'm now in Final Cut 10. This is what I use to edit film. And here is my film already loaded and ready to go. And put it in the timeline. Take it to the beginning of where we started. Looks pretty good. Let's expand the picture. Doesn't look too bad. There's not too much noise going on, a little bit, But you know, with the other machines, the Wolverine and the Kodak, there always is a little bit of noise. So this has some noise as well, but the blacks are pretty black and the whites are white. It's a little grainy, maybe a little fuzzy, but that's probably because of my sharpness setting that I had it set to, so you can't really see the words as clear. Maybe if I would have had the sharpness on high, it would have done a little better, but it doesn't seem too jerky at all. So here's my honest opinion about the Eyesen 8mm film digitizer. They did send it to me for free. I'm not getting paid to do this. I just received the product. So I'm really free to say whatever I want. The first thing is it's built just like the Wolverine almost. All the functionality to it is just like the Wolverine. I don't know which one came first, the Eyesen or the Wolverine, but it looks just like the Wolverine. And I have a feeling the Wolverine did come first. Another thing about it is the press down plates. Now the Wolverine and the Kodak, they have two press down plates on either side when the film goes through. And this one just had one on the far end, and the press down plate on the front end was replaced with the sponges. I'm not sure what that is all about, if that was supposed to help feeding it through or not. Honestly, the only way I can really start digging into this is doing more comparisons with this machine and the Wolverine, and this machine with the Kodak, maybe all three of them back to back. That might be a cool video. So stay tuned for future videos really exploring this Eyesen and seeing how it compares color-wise, you know, picture-wise, black and white-wise, just everything-wise compared to the other machines. I do have a link to Amazon in the video description if you would like to buy the Eyesen 8mm film digitizer. Remember, you will be helping my channel out if you do follow that link and make a purchase, and I thank you very much. All in all, I think this Eyesen film digitizer did do a good job. It is a consumer product, but it is perfect for people like you who want to be able to transfer your film on your own at home. The film is easy to load, the navigation is simple to follow, and you can plug it into a TV to be able to see a bigger picture if you would like while you are transferring your film. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe, like, and ring that bell for future notifications. You have yourself a wonderful day.